Hey everyone, back again today. This time I'm doing the Invisible Hours from Tequila Works and GameTrust games. Now, if Tequila Works sounds familiar, it's because they're the same people who did The Sexy Brutal, which I absolutely loved. In this one, I've not watched any footage of it other than like the trailer they did, and everything. So, but you are, and read basic description things. You are one of a group of people who was invited to Nikola Tesla's, hideaway, and you get there and he's dead, and you're trying to investigate who amongst them did it. The big trick of it is, I don't know if it's temporary, you can turn it on, you can turn it off, I don't know exactly what on that one, but the big trick is you can also, at least at some points, are invisible, so you can follow people around and see what they're up to, see exactly what they're up to. As you can see, there's not much of an interface right now, so I don't know about subtitles or anything like that. So we'll deal with that when the time comes. I know from everything I've seen, it looks like it was originally designed for VR, so it's going to be a little different on this, but... Grab my ticket. Oh. Huh. Interesting way of doing it. So I'm 0% done. Well, it's teaching me everything. To activate teleport. Oh. And I can orient myself. So yeah, that's definitely a holdover. Well, Thomas Edison is there, so, you're not entirely, without founding there. Oh. Cast order of appearance. Yeah, we're Gustav, which, that's a name. This is like basic credits, it looks like. Yeah, Tequila Works Productions. Nice. Because, yeah, I loved the Sexy Brutal. The ending really surprised me. I loved the puzzly aspects to it, so it'll be interesting to see where this goes. This is basically credits. We're gonna save some of that for later on. Ooh, options. Start. Okay, that's nice. Let's see. Text English, subtitles. Absolutely. Everything else seems good. Theater. Okay, these take me to theater. Teleport. Play, pause, zoom out, zoom in. Fast forward, rewind. Drop, grab, read, turn, move objects. Huh. Interesting. So some of this will become obvious as I'm playing along. I would give you a trophy if you could spell trophy right. So, it's your own fault there. Did you get the message I sent? It's not a game. This is not a movie. This is a piece of immersive theater with many tangled threads. Explore the story to untangle the truth. But remember, truth is a matter of perspective. Oh. I can't move. Maybe it's loading. I'm not sure. Okay. There we go. So I couldn't do anything. Chapter 1. Boat coming in. Ah, okay. Oh, I can pause time. Interesting. So I can actually, like, catch up to people on their mail things. Yeah, I said it's got some a basic tutorial, but there's a bunch of stuff it doesn't tell you. I know at some point, gonna try and start actually messing with it more with like me and Kim.
Captain, when are you
Boy,
coming back?
something's gone haywire.
Captain!
But yeah, thanks to the way things happen to work out, I managed to end up with an extra code. Can't seem to do anything with it. Interesting. Yeah, it's he's our investigator. I am just a, yeah, they have no clue I'm here. I'm just a unknown entity observing this whole thing. And I don't want to fast forward any of it too much because I'm afraid there'll be some tiny little inconsequential thing that I won't notice. Boat. Yeah, the fact I can rewind time and everything is interesting. So it's like I've got a much more controlled version of what there was in, let's double check this. Can I interact? I can't open it. So, I'm gonna leave him be then. NT Nikola Tesla. I wonder what Tesla would have thought about, you know, them giving him a crazy hideaway island like this. I knew it was, you know, like, you know, a hidden mansion and everything, but I didn't realize it was on an island. As I'm investigating the individual people, the rewind and fast forward would be handy. But yeah, the teleport's definitely a holdover from the VR. Hello?
Miss? Miss? Are you alright?
Oh.
I'm fine.
Excuse me, but the evidence seems to suggest otherwise. Would you tell me your name, please?
Hello.
Flora White.
Flora. Could I persuade you to come out of the rain, Flora? You'll catch your death out here.
I don't care.
Yeah, that would, yeah, what his
quite certain Mr. Tesla has
interest, that would be another interesting one.
Do you know him?
Do I know who?
Tesla, do you know Mr. Tesla?
Well, obviously you must, to have come all the way out here.
Is he your friend?
My friend? No. No, I never met him.
Then he won't listen to you. He won't let me in.
I'm quite certain Mr. Tesla is a man of common decency. Of course he'll let you inside. I'll make sure of it. Please.
It's like it interact with the locket, but it doesn't seem to. Oh, wait. Hold on. I remember seeing it in the zoom in. See if RE, or is that might be an F actually.
Now, what makes you think Mr. Tesla won't let you inside?
Well, I don't think he. Well, I would say I don't think he's
Turned you
crazy
away.
enough, but
He did?
I'm not sure about that anymore.
Miss, I believe this could be yours.
Oh dear God, thank you.
Can't
Thanks,
interact
I
with.
can't bear to lose this.
Thought maybe I could rewind and remove the rock from our path, but
So you were saying Mr. Tesla turned you away? Why would he do that?
What's your name, sir?
My name is Gustav.
You're very kind, Mr. Gustav. But I'm afraid this is a private matter.
oh, ends that conversation. Yeah, it's weird being this kind of invisible third kind of third wheel in this. Because, yeah, they have no clue I'm here. But it does mean that, I get, I'll see the things they don't want anybody else to see. So,
The door.
up.
Mr. Tesla?
See what we got here. Don't know what that is. That would be a gun. I can zoom in. It's a Mauser. Or at least, in the same family. Nothing special I can do to that.
Is he alright?
Oh no, he's dead.
No. No!
Stand back, miss.
What'd you find? Not sure you found anything. Looks like you did, though. Hold on. Nothing I can see or interact with. So let's...
Here.
Detective Gustav, I assume. My apologies, I didn't hear the bell. You must be exhausted. Sweden is a long way to come from. If you will be so kind as to follow me...
anything I can investigate. I know this is his manservant who is blind. But, well, assistant.
I will show you to your room.
Stop. Who are you?
I am Oliver Swan, sir. Mr. Tesla's manservant.
Yeah, I was right the first time.
You're his butler.
Yes, sir.
What happened here?
What? What do you mean, sir?
Are you blind?
Yes, sir. Blind from birth.
Besides the three of us, how many people in this house?
4, sir.
Call them down
Interesting.
immediately. Bang the gong.
Sir?
You're a detective.
Bang the gong right now. No, I'm not.
But he called you detective.
Yeah, he did.
Mr. Swan,
Sir?
how many exits in this building?
Only the front door, sir. But all the windows can be opened from the inside.
Okay, nothing new with... They took the gun. So he just showed up. It's unlikely that Gustav killed him.
That's the murder weapon.
Why the devil is the dinner gong being rung at such an hour? My God. Is he dead?
Mr. Swan, stay where you are. Who are you?
I believe this is Edison.
Thomas Edison.
Edison, the inventor.
Tesla invited me. Who are you?
My name is Gustav.
Gustav?
That's right.
The detective's so good they named him twice. I read about you in the papers, of course. Your downfall was quite Shakespearean.
Who are you?
I don't know what kind of detective doesn't recognize the most famous stage actress in the world. That's Sarah Bernhardt. The Divine Sarah?
And you? What's your name?
My name is Augustus Vanderberg. I'm Marcus Vanderberg's son.
Marcus Vanderberg, the famous railroad magnate.
I can't be here. I've got to get out of here.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Well, I can't be here. I mean, what are people going to say?
They'll say Tesla had himself an accident.
Oh, this was no accident. He died from a blow to his head, and the blood has only started congealing around the edges. This happened
pretty recent.
less than 10 minutes ago.
What does that mean?
It means I'm a murder suspect.
We all are.
Can't open any of the cases.
I need to mark the time of death. My pocket watch is still on Swedish time. Mr. Edison, you are an American. You have the local time, yes?
Why does he look so old?
The time, please.
6 o'clock. Exactly 6.
Stress will do that. Well, right on the money.
There's someone out there, look!
Oh, yes, the other guest.
Nobody moves.
So now this is where things are interesting. I have to make the choice. Do I follow Gustav and I don't think they mentioned his name in the trailer, and this guy figure out what's going on here, or do I stay and figure out what's going on with this group? I think for now, I'm going to have to go with what would be the obvious and follow Gustav. And the man is clearly running.
Stop! Turn around!
I'm unarmed.
Anything I can look at? Doesn't appear to be.
So, for your sake,
Just out of grim curiosity. Well, everybody's still here.
back to the house.
It's interesting seeing basically the VR experience, something that was clearly meant as a VR experience, and still has a lot of its VR elements in here.
Stop.
Hold on. We're missing someone. Huh. Wonder what happened with him.
Swan, where's the dining room?
That way, sir. And we have a telephone there too.
Keep walking.
And you know, out of grim curiosity, I'm going to find out what happened. Okay, so everybody was here at one point. Aha!
in God's name didn't he just shoot him?
Maybe he'd rather ask questions first.
Oh no.
Or maybe they're friends.
Oh no.
You want to ask questions. You want to find out what's going on.
No.
He's really nervous. Oof. Well, he likes himself some whiskey. A bit of courage. I'm always going to do that too. And laudanum. So he's on morphine. Good to know. He is drowning his sorrows. Let's go back to everyone else. Rewind just a bit.
Well, that was over quickly.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Yeah.
I wonder if Tesla has a set of gallows around here somewhere.
Nobody's to leave this house. I
Yeah.
intend to speak
I
with
mean-
each of you.
Well, I also know why, because they tell us in the trailer that this guy's already a convicted murderer. So, you know, obviously there's a dead man. They're going to suspect the person who's been in jail for murder. But, you know, it also seems kind of obvious, too. I mean, let's face it, the person who had the biggest problems that we know of throughout history was Edison. She's heading upstairs.
That's far enough.
It's almost like being in a stage play and being able to walk around all the actors and not have anybody react to you. Okay, he's shutting the doors. We've got Last Will and Testament of Victor Mundy.
Last Will and Testament of Victor
Oh.
Mundy. I, Victor Mundy, direct that all estate, inheritance and other death taxes shall be paid as an expense of administration upon my death. Any
He's got
remaining
awful
assets
type
to my name
spelling.
shall be left in hold to my beloved dog, Lucky. Signed, Victor Mundy.
Interesting.
What's this?
My last will and testament.
Strange thing to travel with.
People like to
Every
kill
man's
you.
journey ends in the grave. I'm just prepared. If you die without a will, then they auction off everything you had. And I won't stand for that.
Victor Mundy. That your name?
It's his will.
All right. Why did you run, Mr. Mundy?
Because I'm a murderer.
Sir, Mr. Mundy is here by invitation. Same as you and the other guests.
Sit down.
Sir, the local police can take charge of this matter.
On, so don't miss anything. Got here. Vanderburg boy drowns. The eldest son of the railroad magnate Marcus Vanderburg drowned last night while playing in the ice of Longton River with his brother Augustus, heir to the family riches. Marcus is often hailed by his father as the better son. Well then. A bust. I imagine there's going to be a lot of things I can interact with that are going to do absolutely nothing. This version of Tesla has some very interesting portraits.
Local police. Why not?
I guess the phone line's gonna be out.
Hello, operator. Please connect me to the police, please. Hello, police? This is Detective Gustav. Yes, it's Swedish. I'm calling from Mr. Tesla's island. There's been a murder here, and I need you to send a boat immediately. Thank you. Mr.
And you know, I'm gonna rewind a bit. Let's take a look at what happened to what Tesla's been up to out here by himself. Not Tesla, Edison. He's definitely saying something.
Speak with each of you.
Oh, that's an achievement. The ghost. Be walked through by a character. Huh. Well, that was an accident. It's my first achievement. Once they were out of sight.
I must confess, Miss Bernhardt, I'm quite a fan of yours. Does that surprise you? You know who I am, of course. When your name is up in lights, those are my lights.
You want to make love to me?
I don't know how you came to that conclusion, but I can assure you that
are the one man who does not want this.
Well, she's very confident in herself.
You are quite beautiful.
You are far too easy. I prefer dangerous men.
Oh. I am dangerous.
Then tell me, what is the worst thing you have ever done?
You couldn't handle it.
Well, theft is definitely amongst
Your
his...
makeup is very thick.
All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely
Nice choice of Shakespeare quote.
simply want to look my best. For the part that I play in life, darling.
Ooh, went through the banister.
Perhaps I will accompany you to your bedroom.
Perhaps later.
It might not be safe up there.
If the most dangerous man in the house likes me, then I'm not in any danger. À bientôt, monsieur.
Well then.
Well, Nikola, other than inviting your own murderer, your taste in guests is impeccable.
Speaking of guests, let's check in on one of them. I mean, he's taking whiskey and laudanum. So, oh, hello. What have we here? Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, this is about where I left him. So let's see what's... It's definitely an intriguing concept. So this would be really interesting to do in VR. Although the downside would be you couldn't move around quite as freely as this.
James? Can you hear me, James? Are you out there somewhere?
Spirit radio. Hello. Oh, that's part of the bottle. It's the cap. Has to be.
You know, I think secretly, Father's glad you drowned. Because it's given him another reason to hate me.
Family portrait. He's gonna be out like a light before long.
Last week, when I left Manchester, he said,
Ah, the bottle he just put away.
Atlantic is as kind to you as it was to your brother.
Ooh. That's not nice.
I tried to be like you, James. I buried my urges. But I suppose I'm always going to be a disgrace to him, aren't I? And now, here I am again, mixed up in another scandal. A murder.
Yeah.
And you know what the papers will say. And he'll read them. And he'll believe them. He'll disown me forever.
Well, that he's upset is definitely...
Like a dead limb that he once cut off.
I mean,
Maybe
I would
it's
say
time I
least
cut
likely to be the
myself off.
one... Ooh. Least likely to be the one to have killed Tesla, but, you know...
James. James.
Oh.
The police will arrive shortly. Are you all right, sir?
Just leave me alone, please.
Very
Yeah,
well.
that's kind of what I'm wondering, Evan.
Wait. Could you...
That would be my guess, but is it that simple, or is there something more to it?
Tell my father that I'm giving him what he wants most in this world.
And, what is that, sir?
Another dead son. It's the only kind he seems to care about. So tell him I'm drinking this poison for him. Bottoms up.
Whatever is the matter, hurting yourself is not the answer. Why would you poison your own drink?
Because I can't make my father love me.
All fathers love their sons.
I say, I wonder what he's looking at, but he's blind.
But all he tells me is fine feathers don't make a fine bird.
Well, you seem like a very fine bird to me. Young man.
He's got a lot of there are a lot of portraits in the house.
You are drunk. And no man thinks good thoughts when he is drunk. You must take a walk and clear your head.
Taking a walk might not be the smartest idea for someone suicidal on an island.
If I let the arm come to you, huh? Come. Do you know what you have there?
How do you know what he has there?
I think Tesla called it a spirit radio.
Yes. So, you are interested in machines, in engineering.
Well, my father's an engineer. Brought the railroads to England and designed the carriages that run on them. He's a great businessman.
Perils of a blind servant.
You know, I thought maybe if I learnt about machines, then we could find some common ground.
Well, this house is full of mechanical wonders. Now,
No doubt there.
I must take Miss Barnhart her suitcase. But please, explore the house. Take your troubles off your mind, young man.
Oh, please, let me carry that for you. I'm embarrassed to see you still working for us.
Oh, no. You're a good boy. You relax a while in the library, and when I come back, I will make hot tea, and we will talk some more. Yes?
So, question
I'm
is,
so glad you found me. You know,
Found
a man
me
like
this
you would
time.
usually be scrambling around looking for Tesla's will. He had money, you know. Sure, he left you and your family plenty.
Such things do not interest me.
so, gonna rewind back, find out a bit more about Miss Bernhardt. It's gonna take me a minute. Yeah, it's interesting because this were a film, obviously this would have cuts and we'd have time would be narrative time. It takes however long it takes, but the okay, there's the suitcase. Whoop.
Then I'm not in any danger.
Whereas here we're limited to the time as we know it, and have to go back and forward and follow an individual story arc, basically.
Disgraced Swedish detective quits. Detective Gustav has taken early retirement from the Swedish police force. Once famous as the inspiration for the mystery novel, The Detective So Good They Named Him Twice, Gustav is now better known for foolishly releasing his own prime suspect during a murder investigation. Following his recent divorce and financial troubles, Gustav is not expected to return to law enforcement.
So Gustav's got some issues. I can check all this stuff, but the question is, why? Is it just for the VR experience? I can just handle everything, or ashtray, cigarette holder. In fact, I could get it out of the box. Yeah, I can interact and mess with objects. I just can't open them. Doing her makeup. In a mirror that, oh no, there's a bit of a reflection in there, just not much of one. Whoa, hello. I'm not going to mention what the name of the achievement was, but that is interesting. That was unexpected. So Miss Bernhardt isn't what she appears. Well, you might not be that far off, Evan. That's... I did not expect to see, pull the nose off. So, I mean, that's not just, you know, oh, look, I'm going to infiltrate and I'm going to go into a disguise. That's... Fortunately, I can't get myself a better angle. Ducking only does a little bit. But yeah, that's odd. Can't miss that case. What is the book? An actor never lies.
An actor never lies. By Thomas Abramoff. The great actor's mission is to tell a lie that is indistinguishable from the truth. But beware. An audience smells a lie as a shark smells blood. The acting techniques found in these pages will teach you how to make the untrue become true. You will learn to live as your character, night and day, until you are but a memory. Only the character will survive.
Interesting reading choice. The question is, if she's not what she appears, what is she? Ow.
Ha. 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 Ha.
That's not creepy.
He can't hurt you now. You're safe. You're safe. He can't hurt you now. You're safe. You're safe. He can't hurt you now. He can't.
So, who's worried about hurting them?
He can't hurt you now. You're safe. You're safe. He can't hurt you now. You're safe. You're safe.
I'm curious. Yep, I can just go through the door like it's not even there. Nothing else.
You deserve good things.
Do you, though? Well, it took a relatively small amount of time. That was definitely an intriguing revelation. You might be right. I'm not 100% sure on that, Evan. But you know,
He had money, you know.
that quote would make
Sure he left you
sense.
and the family plenty.
But yeah, actors and actresses being basically spies is, you know, yeah, they have to convince you that a lie is the truth, even if it's only briefly. I mean, you're looking at the wall. Whose umbrella? In fact, I can interact with it through the window. It's interesting. Something is going on downstairs. I think it's about time we rejoined the group downstairs. Don't want to give some things away. Need to give it a little time. They went that way. Bet I can... Okay. Went and got the bags.
Well, Nikola, other than inviting your own murderer...
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm glad you said something. I'm a little further back in time, but this will be an interesting thing to see. Nope, I can't teleport outside the window. Window is a solid object that it won't. But I bet you... I can't teleport onto the roof. Nope. But I now know.
Would you please tend to the other guests until the police arrive?
Very well, sir.
Tell me the truth right now. You said Mr. Tesla turned you away. Why would he do that?
That's a good question.
I was his assistant. A few months ago, he fired me without notice. I came here to beg for my job back. I need money, but he wouldn't even let me inside to talk.
You worked here?
Yes.
You know the house. Right then. Take this.
Oh.
Search each floor and report back to me.
We only just met.
I trust you.
I could be the killer for all you know.
No, you couldn't. Because when I met you out in the rain, there were no footprints around you.
What does that prove?
In this weather, that kind of soil, rain takes at least 20 minutes to wash away footprints. Which means that you were sitting exactly where I found you for at least 20 minutes before I arrived. But Mr. Tesla was killed less than 10 minutes before we found him. So you see, you're the only person
I mean,
trust.
his logic. Are we getting ready to have somebody bolt for, or is he...
A detective.
Well...
And I will catch this killer.
But he just said he did it.
Did he?
Oh, he said he was a murderer.
You can go now.
All right. Please be careful, Mr. Gustav.
I will.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting mechanic, although that may prove something that's going to be... I'm going to keep my eyes on.
Who's the French woman out there?
I don't think you're Miss Bernard's type, Mr. Mundy.
Well, you might not be. You might be surprised by that.
So, you killed Mr. Tesla?
You say I did.
Really? Why would I say that?
Because I killed before. I killed my wife. And a bit on the side. I did 26 years behind bars for it. So I'm an easy scapegoat for something like this.
Well,
that's why I ran.
And why did you come?
Because I got a letter. Out of the blue. Tesla said he can change my life. Make my mistake undone. Let's just say he got my attention.
Yeah.
He said the same to you, didn't he?
How well did you know him?
First I'd ever heard of him when I got a letter. And when I got you, the blind bloke opened the door. First time I'd ever seen Tesla, or any of the other guests, is when you found him.
Not much of an alibi, Mr. Mundy. A blind man.
I killed my wife, my daughter testified against me. Little Mary Mundy. 7 years old she was back then. But those fancy men in their wigs, they believed her. That's why I snuck a knife into the courtroom.
Oh.
I went for her throat.
Oh.
Honest. I took her nose clean off her face.
Oh.
A juicy little scrap for the courthouse dog. I still dream about finally gutting that ungrateful bitch, wherever she is now.
Why?
I have a feeling she's really
You need to
close.
understand. If I want to kill someone, I don't hide it. I don't lie. People lie 'cause they're afraid. And I ain't afraid of nothing. What about you?
Me? I don't like violent men, Mr. Mundy. They bring out the worst in me. Do not try to leave this house before my investigation is over. You can go. For now.
Well, that's an interesting revelation. Oh, there's so many. Yeah, saying there's something wrong with him is putting it fucking mildly. Whew. Question is, why is Gustav still sitting here? Oh. Question is, who do I follow now? Do I follow Mundy or stay with Gustav? Or do I rewind and follow Tesla's former assistant? But I have a feeling that little 7-year-old girl's grown up and is upstairs. I like to get inside your head and figure out what you're thinking. Yep. We're going to rewind back a bit. We're going to follow the ex-assistant. See what she finds. It's weird watching the movements, sped up because I'm watching him just his head go all over the place. Get you. Get down. Yeah, this guy definitely has a problem. But I don't think Tesla is somebody he's exactly after. She has a grudge, but again, his reasonings he gave seem to make sense why he would trust her. Oh. Secret room. Hey. Okay. It wouldn't let me. Tesla has a secret lab. That doesn't surprise me at all. I have a feeling she's after something specific. This wasn't just getting her job back. She's after something. There's another achievement. Yeah, he's definitely a sociopathic. that he had no qualms about killing his daughter, who testified against him, or trying to. Oh. Yeah, I don't think shooting the lock there would be that much of a help. Oh, is it empty? Was Gustav at least, smart enough not to give her a loaded weapon?
I promise.
Hello. While I'm thinking about it, let's check some things down here. Ah, God damn it. Let's see. Okay, if I don't see information on it, it's probably not got much. Einstein? No, I think that's actually Mark Twain. I say that. Ooh, letter.
Dear Mr. Tesla, thank you for your kind, if rather ambiguous, invitation. I do not know how you came to hear of me, but in truth, I'm very short of friends these days, so I will gladly come to your island. However, while I'm there, please refrain from offering me drink. There are parts of me that I
Gustav has a drinking problem,
and alcohol tends to bring them forth. I look forward to meeting you. Gustav.
Well then. Anything else of interest? Designs. Can't interact with that. Well, that's a projector. Diary.
My mind is bursting at the seams. I can barely transcribe my designs before 100 more flood into my head. I have reduced my sleep to 3 hours each night. Yet still, I feel I need another lifetime to achieve what is within me. No matter what I do, there is never enough time.
Well, I mean, that makes sense given, it's Tesla, but still. This is a projector, so what does it project? Or I can't use it at all. So okay, oh, there she is. I walked right past her. I really should look this way. Okay, this is just another way into this lab. I can't go through that door. So I can't get through the safe door, I imagine. But she knew about this, and she knew about the safe, so whatever's in here is important to her. The question is, what is it? As a narrative experience, this is just fascinating, just because you can go and follow just one person at a time and follow things. But it's so much, there is that urge to just keep going back and forth and figure out, try to follow each of them in turn, figure out what's going on. It's like if I hadn't followed Miss Bernhardt, the revelation that Mundy gave would be messed up, no questions there. But having followed her, this went and put things in a whole new light, and it makes sense. Her breakdown of being freaked out by him. Oh, speaking of freaking out, I didn't check up here. Another diary.
3 nights ago, I had a dream. It felt more vivid than my waking hours. In the dream, I saw a new design, a radio of some kind. When I woke, I found I had sketched the blueprint in my sleep. Impossible, and yet it was so. Today, a reporter was visiting my workshop. They saw the blueprint and asked what it does. I lied and said it was a means to contact the dead, a spirit radio. But the truth is, I do not know what it does. only that I must build it.
Interesting. Of course, the question is, was there no witnesses to this? Apparently so. Ooh, everything is everywhere. Crap. Messed up journals.
At first, I planned to use ethanol as a gasoline extender while I finished building the electric generators. But due to a lack of availability, I had to experiment. Much to my surprise, I found that tequila works.
Well done, guys. Nice little self-reference in there.
Mr. Tesla. Whilst I have the greatest respect for you as a fellow engineer, I must say the accusation you made in your letter did nothing short of horrify me. To suggest that my brother's death was anything other than a tragic accident is a profoundly offensive notion. I loved my brother just as my father did. I have no idea how or why you would claim to know such details anyway, since the event occurred more than 15 years ago. Sincerely, Augustus Vanderberg, Esquire.
Interesting. So we've all been brought here to potentially fix something we did. What are you after? And while it seems like such a relatively small cast to follow, there's a lot to follow. Let's take a quick look. Random books. Photo of Tesla. Nothing interesting there.
Today, my assistant, Flora, finally received news of her husband. I know I am expected to comfort her, but my mind is consumed with completing the spirit radio. I do not know what it will do when I switch it on, but I will find out tonight.
Interesting. So that's our first mention of Flora in his diaries.
Tesla, rich men like you are always
Oh, I accidentally hit the teleport.
Tesla.
Whew. Scared the shit out of myself there for a second.
Fascinated by men like me. Men from the mud. Your offer got my attention. But remember, just because meat gets a lion's attention, it don't mean that you want to be there when he comes sniffing for it. See you soon. Victor Monday.
Well, that wasn't not threatening. Something in the piano.
The man in room 3327. Wednesday, January 8th, 1997. Last week, an unknown Serbian-born man was found dead in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel. What makes his story unusual is that according to his passport, he was 141 years old. If true, that made him the oldest person in human history. The man's name had been scored out of his passport, as if to hide his identity. The question is, why?
That is definitely an interesting question. Song of the Sea. Then comes to mind in here. What are you after? Back out in the hallway. Gustav's still there. End of chapter 1. Map shows what you saw at each time. So to place, change your position. Oh. Slide the handle and look at the map changing. Bar shows the current time. Select change the current time. Character to see their scenes. Color bar shows where he says.
Captain? When are you... Flora.
Oh, whoop. I didn't actually want to see it again.
Hello, operator.
Go back to the theater. Okay. Let's see. Flora. So time I didn't see for her. There's a lot of time I didn't see involving Oliver. Augustus. A lot missing for Edison. And Tesla.
Captain?
So the question is, so I can go back and forth. So the question is, okay. So the boat should still be, how far can I rewind you? Okay, it's at the earliest point of the timeline, so she's still out here. Tesla should already be dead. Yes. So we're already back here. Oh, shouldn't be anything down here. Just for the lulls. Okay. Let's go find us somebody. Whoops. I'm getting stuck on objects because I'm not paying attention. Everybody was upstairs. So
Miskatonic University, Arkham Library. Card number 1916. Name, Nikola Tesla. Address, 454 Angel Street, Providence. Book on loan, Necronomicon by Abdul El-Hazred. March 15th, 1937.
So, as interesting a piece of this is, and definitely adds a few things to this, especially in 37, the Necronomicon would not have been let out of that library. Period. You stay there under lock and key to check it out. That is a nice little touch. Hello? Bathroom. What's this way? Edison. This is where you were.
Mr. Edison, you promised innovation. You promised greatness. Yet 10 months after investing in you, we are still left wanting. If you cannot fulfill your obligation to us,
yeah, I think you're right. I think he's the one
you.
in the council.
Sincerely, J.P. Morgan.
So Edison was in some financial trouble with his financiers.
Letter. Tesla to Edison. Dearest Thomas, let us dispense with euphemism. We both know you did not invent the famous Edison phonograph. It was the work of Louis Le Prince, a man who then took his own life because you stole his life's work. This is the last time I will ask you. Come to the island, or I will tell the world. Thomas, I can make your mistake undone. Sincerely, Nikola.
So Tesla threatened Edison to come here. Well, he is a fan of Miss Bernhardt. He was not lying. He's a bit creepy in that regard, too.
Where does he get his ideas? Thomas Edison seems to have more ideas than one man could master. Ask him, and he will tell you he has the mind of 10 men hidden inside his remarkable cranium. A charming gentleman, with a wit only matched by his education, Edison puts it all down to sleep. He rests a mere 6.5 hours each night.
Yet, according to Tesla's journals, he was down to 3 each night. Edison was definitely a showman, that's for sure. So let's see. Edison's here. Bernhardt is probably in her room, reading the book. Let's see. We hadn't been in this room. Another photo. Nothing. So whoever
Tesla dead.
Yeah.
Friday.
Rumors of my death.
1943. The once famous engineer and inventor Nikola Tesla committed suicide yesterday when he jumped from the window of his room on the 30th floor of the New Yorker Hotel. Fellow residents say he seemed subdued and downcast in the days leading up to his death. According to the hotel manager, Mr. Tesla had isolated himself after a long series of professional failures. His remains will be buried at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine.
Which, I mean, Tesla, as far as my memory goes, was not a particularly religious man, so that'd be an interesting choice, but... Woo! Hello.
Have I gone mad? I sit night after night listening to the spirit radio, but there is nothing but static. Electrical impulses. What was I expecting to find? I have sacrificed weeks upon weeks for nothing. I am a fool.
Well, you're driven by an impulse. So let's see. Another bathroom. Random book. Augustus had already been hitting the bottle. What's down this way? Oh. Mr. Mundy. Whoa. The missing...
Come, my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order smite the sounding furrows. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset, and the paths of all the western stars, forever.
And that was another achievement, finding that. Okay, so this is downstairs, so he's definitely the closest to Tesla's body. Let's see.
Monsieur Tesla, I'm afraid your bizarre offer to make my mistake undone falls on deaf ears. For you see, I do not regard what I did as a mistake at all. That wretched old man abused dozens of women just like me. I could not let that continue. I do not know how you found out, but this secret will remain a secret, or it will be the worse for you. Vouliez agréer, Sarah Bernard.
Well, that gives her a reason to go after Tesla. Huh. Tesla trying to make a robot that'd play chess. That would not surprise me in the slightest. We haven't seen the blind servant yet. But, oh, speak of the devil. He's getting everything set up in the kitchen. The question is, who do I start following? I think I'm going to start with Mr. Mundy. And it's downside of this. Well, I guess actually I can fast forward until things start happening. Because the subtitles will tell me if he was saying something. Guess that's the advantage with the fast forward. He showed up outside, so he heard something going on. How far have things progressed? Oh, okay, so things are progressing. It's like it should be fast forwarding, but it's hard to tell when you're looking at one figure who's not doing anything. I gotta keep my finger off the trigger, because otherwise I'll end up... Okay, come on. Okay, so they just found the body. I imagine that's what draws his attention. Oh, speaking of, another diary.
From this moment, my life is changed forever. The sounds from the spirit radio were not random. They were a message. Instructions in Morse code teaching me how to tune the radio. And when I did tune it, a voice spoke to me. I cannot bring myself to write his name. Not yet. but I knew immediately who it was. He told me to close my workshop here in Colorado, to travel to Heston Island and purchase the house there, no matter the cost. Flora thinks I am mad. But tomorrow, I will do just that.
Well, so Spirit Radio existed well before this place. That's what brought him here. Question being, what? Yeah, this is a very interesting concept.
What's going on here?
Detective Gustav, I assume. My apologies. I didn't hear
It's just because showing you what you saw for any individual character.
How many times do I have to confess to you? I sinned. I murdered. But I want to be a better man now.
Do you, though? You didn't sound like you wanted to be that much better when Gustav was talking to you.
Still want to kill that little wretch.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
Oh.
Is that it? Then show me a sign, Lord. Tell me what kind of man you want me to be. If you want me to change, change me. Or I'll have to decide for myself.
Just heard the gong. Oh, so he walks over and sees the body, which causes him to freak out. Gustav didn't notice.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, this. So you've got to go out and around to sneak out outside.
Edison, the inventor.
Yeah. Well, he asked for a sign. That still leaves the question of who killed Edison, because, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense if we could actually see it happen, because then that kills the mystery. We know who did it. But we definitely have an ex-murderer. Well, okay, a convicted murderer. Let's rephrase that. With murder in his heart. An assistant who was just fired for seemingly no reason. A disgraced detective who just got to the island, so we know he's off the record. Blind servant who doesn't seem to have any motivation. His greatest rival and an enormous thief. The world's most famous actress who is not what she appears, and the son of a railroad magnate with an interest in engineering who I'm guessing it's been insinuated that he killed his brother. So, I mean, of the people here, the only one we know can't have is Gustav. Flora does not seem likely to have, but by the same token, it's hard to be 100% sure. There is plenty of motivation, but then again, she talked about saving someone. But was it the person we're thinking? Was it Tesla? Was it someone else? And of course, my guess is Tesla figured out time travel. I mean, how else could he help them fix their mistakes?
Marcus Vantage, the famous railroad magnate.
Okay, you actually decide to try and sneak off. Oh, out the window. The only way was the main door. Obviously, he doesn't get far. Yeah, teleporting definitely helps for some, like, major movements. Try not to be noticed. Of course, he is. Makes it seem like he's walking into the house. Why didn't he just walk away? So my big question is, what's this? Harley, get! Hold on. Okay, it was just the generator. Looks like some kind of antenna. That could just be going into his secret underground lab. Anything else hiding around the outside of the house while I'm here? Okay, I can't teleport there. Let's see. That does make things interesting. So now if I choose Monday, so now we have that moment. So I don't know what happened at the end of this.
Search each floor and report back to me.
Gustav, Flora, Monday. Okay, else tells us who all was hanging around there. So why don't we... Oh, this is all the letters. Let's see. 7 of 10 scenes found. 5 out of 10 news pieces. 6 out of 9 letters. 5 out of 13 diaries. And 11 out of 19 clues. So... it's the earliest part we saw of... on.
Captain?
I'm not sure. That was taking me where I wanted to go. Yeah, that is definitely a handy feature. Why don't we go say hello to Edison? See what's going on. We've seen the beginning of Monday's piece. He's racking his brain for something. Let's see. anything. I'd say subtitles should come up if they actually say anything. Is the Wizard of Menlo Park having a an issue? Gee, I wonder why. He just can't come up with anything. And J.P. Morgan is not exactly pleased about it. Things are about to kick off too. So he doesn't have much as far as major moments before things start up. That seems to be obvious. Huh. Yeah, he is just determined to find... I could hear something downstairs. Just out of... Ah, crap. Stuck on things. Okay, so they just found the body. Oh. Thomas Edison. Yep. Just go straight to the blank page. Edison was giving rise to some interesting thoughts. And you know, there's still a whole nother floor. The cartographer. Oh, explore the entire island. There's so many diary entries I've not found. Oh. Interesting. Major electrical generators on top of his house. Oh, another diary entry.
The man on the radio told me to search beneath the house. He told me I would find a passageway carved deep into the bedrock of the island. And at the end of that passage would be a door. He was right. That door must have been sealed for 100 years. But when I opened it, I found a letter inside, addressed to me from him. In it, he told me what the room can do. And I believe him.
Well, that's interesting. That thing's took on an air of the supernatural does not surprise me. Inkblot. Oh, it's for Deadlight. That was said the Rangers find the Deadlight logo. Interesting. Another photo. Ah, crap. I did it again. Our murderer in all his murderous glory. Follow Mr. Edison. You know, it may just be a bathroom, but you never know what could be hiding. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that's the question. Why was she moving things around?
Why the devil is the dinner gong being rung at such an hour?
Okay, so we know this. Let's try and see what Edison was up to. In that bit of time we didn't see him. Because, yeah, each one of these threads, each one of these stories is interesting. Because they all have a reason. Wait. Hold on. I need to back this up just a bit.
Nobody moves.
So I never heard what they all said while he was outside.
I don't know, I can't see. I can't make it out.
Please, someone tell me what is
The killer's
happening.
trying to escape.
How do we know that's the killer?
Innocent men don't run.
But men with guns are not to be trusted.
They're coming
Yeah.
back.
Why in God's name didn't he just shoot him?
Maybe he'd rather ask questions first.
Or maybe they're friends.
No, they're not friends. But, you know, she's right. You know, can't ask questions of a dead man. And shooting him, they would be like, oh, he's a convicted murderer. He's the one who killed them.
Where's the dining room?
But it doesn't mean that, you know, he did.
That way, sir.
And the answers would die with
We have a
him.
telephone there too.
Okay, so...
Nobody's to leave this house.
Wait. Back up. I think I missed something.
Well, that was over quickly.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
I wonder if Tesla has a set of gallows around here somewhere.
Nobody's to leave this house.
Augustus went, started drinking again. This is where he starts hitting on Miss Bernhardt. So we know this. So let's see. Whoop. Catch back up. So what are you up to? Can't imagine you here not to try and steal Nikola's secrets. 'Cause you need something. You need something to make your backers happy.
An incantation for astral projection. Animum carumpare quia sedectilis velit. Lavare cerebrum ab incanabulus. Volare sursum increstinum.
Interesting. Suppose I should take a closer look at the shells, considering what I just found. I find that? Okay, so yeah, I found that journal. Thought I did. So what are you up to? Considering it was your voice, I imagine you find that book. Oh? Yep, I was right.
An incantation for astral projection. You really put your faith in this? The great Tesla, caught in a snare set to catch fools.
Well, we can't.
A
At this
man's
point,
mind is exposed by his books.
we can't prove that
And
astral
you
projection
are a
is
man of
impossible.
science without a single volume on the subject.
Huh?
Nothing but spiritual mumbo jumbo. Animum carumpare quia sedectilis velit. Seduce the mind because it wants to be seduced. Levare cerebrum ab incunabulus. Lift the mind from its cradle. Volare sursum incrustinum. Fly up, up into tomorrow.
This is the other entrance to the lab.
Are you in there, Tesla?
Whoa.
I challenge you.
I was afraid to come here. I thought I would come face to face with an inventor who is greater than I. But I see now who you really are. Nothing.
Made a robot that builds chess, plays chess, so I wouldn't call that a parlor trick.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
What?
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Yeah!
Checkmate. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Well then. Oh, that had to be when we were following Miss Bernhardt. That's what she heard. Interesting. But yes, it's like science can't prove the soul exists, but most people believe in it. There's so much, what is magic that could just be science we don't understand. It's
Perils of a blind servant, Tesla.
Yeah, well, dust. I don't think it bothered him that much either, though. Should take a look. See if I find any more journal entries hanging around somewhere. Let's have a failing. I have a failing that was not the spirit radio that we saw. Oh.
It has been challenging to divert resources for Mr. Westinghouse's project so that I may build the Wardenclyffe Tower here in secret. But at last, it is complete. The hydroelectrics are almost in place, and soon the storm generator will be functional. Flora does not know why I am building these things, and so she cannot understand my impatience. But they are integral to making the room work.
Okay, that was just a random book. That particular portrait. Now, isn't that familiar? We saw that in the council as well. I mean, that one's just a classic. Hello, Edison. What are you doing snooping? Oh.
Oh my.
You're just happy you found whiskey. Pretty sure it was whiskey. But he doesn't know it's been... He doesn't know it's been laced with laudanum. The smell of the whiskey's overpowering the opiates.
Not.
Oh. You're going to be very relaxed. Uh-oh.
Help. Help.
Is Edison dead? Whoa. Watch all the scenes in Chapter 1. So I saw everything worth seeing.
Okay. If you're trying to impress me, I've seen better, huh?
How did you know what to do?
Darling, I'm an actor. I know what a laudanum overdose looks like.
Laudanum? No, it was some whiskey I found. Good
Then
whiskey.
you shouldn't touch things that don't belong to you. It'll be a
Yeah.
fun, especially if you're such a lightweight.
No. I was poisoned.
Perhaps it was meant for Tesla.
Perhaps, but I drank it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you weren't poisoned. It wasn't meant for you.
Not many people have seen me at my weakest.
It doesn't look so bad. Perhaps don't make a habit out of it, huh? Oh, okay, are you alright?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Well then. Very interesting. So, okay, this is in general. This is not... So, I may not be able to find everything in Chapter 1. Because there's still... I think it's photos, 5 more news pieces, 3 more letters, about 6 more diary entries, and another 6 clues. But I've seen all the scenes that could be seen in Chapter 1. I'm guessing the color of the bar shows what I've actually seen time-wise in relation. I've watched Gustav's entire one. I've seen Edison's. But Sarah, I'm missing the opening of. Tesla, well, I mean, his body was in the same place this whole time. But it says I'd seen all scenes in Chapter 1. But I think this is where we're going to call it for today. Because I could spend hours and hours messing with this. But unfortunately, work and everything else calls on the next, few days. So I got things to do. But yeah, this is really interesting. I like the mechanics. Of what searching around everything, and the fact it's like we've seen all of Gustav's timeline, but it's like you can see what I specifically saw at any given time. It's like here I've seen all this stuff because this is me running around at the opening of when it was paused at the opening section of it. Yeah, this is intriguing. I'm curious to see what happened. Thankfully, Miss Bernhardt was there to save Edison. Otherwise, we might have had a second body in our hands going into Chapter 2. But, yeah, I'm really intrigued by this. I knew, like I said, when I saw the name Tequila Works on this, I was immediately interested because I had, after what they'd done before, I was very... interested in what they can do. So, I'm both glad and intrigued in what this would have been in VR. But, anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Those of you caught it live here on Twitch, those of you made it this far on YouTube. I don't know what I'm going to stream tomorrow. A few things I need to get back to doing. And a few things that, definitely caught my interest. I'm probably not going to do more of this tomorrow. Simply because, bit of time constraints. But, I'll figure some out. As always, I appreciate any likes, follows, subscribes every little bit. You guys do help grow the channel a bit more. Especially here on Twitch. My Twitter account at Link6413 is probably the best place to catch what I'm playing and when I'm playing it. I always tweet before I go live. There's always links to the YouTube channel when a new video goes up. But thank you guys all once again. Hope you all have a great day and take care.